Yeah, this is Moynish. This is a place where they bring you when you've just come from the border. The border's just up there, a crossing called Krakowec. We were there, and we came down on a bus with dozens and dozens of people who had just arrived from Ukraine into Poland, and this is where they are brought. If we just walk around, I can show you this collection here. You will see of people holding signs. This is what greets you when you get off the bus, are all of these signs. Now, what they're offering is accommodation, they're offering transport, they're offering journeys to neighbouring towns, sometimes actually some of the big cities. I've seen a sign offering to take people to Krakow. That's a fair 2.5-hour journey. Even the Jehovah's Witnesses over there offering support. And we travelled here, I have to say, with people who ranged in emotions from either jubilant, pleased to get out of their country, or absolutely exhausted, crestfallen, devastated. I was standing on the bus looking at this young woman who must have been in her early 20s. I'm not sure I've ever seen somebody look quite so distraught, quite so hollowed and tired. In fact, if we show you here, just as another bus arriving here will move on, and they will be greeted, I think, by all of this wave of goodwill and attention. Now, a lot of these people who come off will actually have families or support with them, people who have come to greet them. And these are not just Ukrainians. When I was here a few moments ago, I was chatting to a group of Africans. There were some from Angola, from Nigeria, from Tanzania. They were studying, they'd been in Kiev, one in Kharkiv, a couple in Odessa, and had found themselves suddenly caught up in this war and looking for a way out, and had been met by embassy staff here who will take them away. Now, the overwhelming sense you have is that Poland is doing everything it can to make people welcome. The normal rules around border crossings have been taken away. Look at this lady coming through here. Let's give her some space with her child. Seeing a lot of children. And we should remind ourselves that almost all of these people, almost all of the Ukrainians who are coming out here are women and children. Men between 18 and 60 have been told to stay in Ukraine and to fight for their country. And that is what you see, is the vast majority of visitors of arrivals, I should say, are women and children. These buses come regularly. This isn't a kind of once of an hour thing. And they are running 24 hours a day. And one of the reasons for that is that on the other side, which a couple of miles from us, on the Ukraine side of the border, the queues are vast. We have car queues that now go back 25 miles, maybe 30 miles, and the predictions of how long you will be in that queue keep going up. It was a day. Yesterday we reported it as having gone from 2 days, maybe 2.5 days. I'm told today it's 3 days, and those queues are simply getting longer. We've seen film also of people trying to get on the train in Lviv in Ukraine to come here to Poland, which is the first stop inside the EU. And again, those platforms are absolutely packed. Another bus arriving here, and I can see a very, very small child sitting right at the front of that bus. And it is this continuous wave of humanity that I think strikes you as completely shocking. And we have to pinch ourselves and remind ourselves, this is Europe. I'm in the European Union right now. This isn't some distant conflict that is more difficult to understand. This is the European Union. There is war raging miles away over there in Ukraine, the biggest country in Europe other than Russia. And the European Union is having to pick up the pieces. And yesterday, the EU made a couple of important decisions. One, Germany allowing weapons to be brought in to be supplied to Ukraine. We've seen military vehicles, a large military convoy heading to the border so far, and also these decisions about curtailing Russia's access to finance. Those are all the political decisions, but this is the real world effect.